So this is your favorite rapper's favorite rapper in the flesh.
Oh, this shit. Okay, yeah. Let's talk about this shit. Go and play it.
Okay. Let me tap back in with the super chats. Okay, we got those. Shout out Josh Johnston with the super chat. Voice giving off this is culturally inappropriate. Shout out to him. Shout out to T-Mac again, $5 super sticker. Shout out to T-Mac again, $4 super sticker. Shout out to T-Mac. T-Mac is on track to becoming the sponsor of this evening's live stream. Shout out to T-Mac. Shout out to D2B2. Saucy Santana was out of control. That shit was hilarious. Yeah, that, bro, I'm telling you, bro, like, I don't care how tough you is, bro. Somebody tell you they gonna knock you out and take your manhood while you sleep. That's just different. Like, I ain't saying you gonna cry about it, but you gonna feel away. Like, but it was like, yeah, after I knock you out, I'ma love on you against your will. Like, nah,
you gonna like it.
I'm up in Blick. Like, you gotta go. You gotta go. I'm not fighting you, bro. I'm taking you up out of here. Shout out to Cajun with the $5 super chat. Oh Jesus. Fantano passed Read My Soul clashing Potty Mouth on stream after he called Reed, Justin and Curtis grifters for Drake MAGA content. A lot of shit happening.
Like, whoa, wait. Because I've heard of Potty Mouth before. They like a YouTube channel. It's like it's two guys, but so he beef with them. Like what happened with that, y'all? Well, let me know something. I mean, we can keep going, Skip. Like, just put it in the chat, y'all. Like, what happened? I want to know.
You so messy.
You tell me.
Hey,
you tell me.
We got in who head? Let's play this though.
You never give up. No matter what you want out of this life, I hope you get everything that you want. But you never give up. Keep going. Not even on some preachy shit. I just want you to, this might be the moment that you need to hear. And the biggest thing I can say to you is, I didn't get here by being a piece of shit. I didn't get here by being a snake. I didn't get here.
Survey said that's a lie. Let's keep going.
By being a dickhead. I got here by being good to people.
Were you good to Wayne when you smashed his girl while he was in jail? Were you good to Metro when you allegedly told him or disregarded the fact that his mom had recently passed away because you wanted a beat? Were you good to DJ Drama when you snuck and hit his girl behind his back? Were you good to Serena when you chose to bash her multiple times on record after y'all broke up? Were you good? Whatever happened with the Kendrick stuff is fair game, so I ain't gonna speak on that. Were you good to your brother that you got tatted on you, LeBron, when you tried to destroy his marriage after y'all fell out behind a rap?
And no. They fall out shit. He got mad at LeBron. LeBron ain't saying it did shit to this nigga. All he was at the concert listening to the damn song, bro.
LeBron was in the Tyler video too. LeBron has made his point clear. He's been rapping
that's after the fact.
It's not like the point is none of that is enough to make Drake do what he's doing. That's the point I'm getting to.
Yeah.
Drake, were you being a good person when you was putting out cease and desist so people's records can come in? Were you being not just him? Were you being a good person when you created the false narrative that y'all was trying to get Dot on that track when the track is completely crafted around y'all two boxing him out? Drake, were you being a good person when you when you kind of strong-armed the Weeknd for the flesh and bones of Take Care when you took those from the Weeknd? Were you a good person when you alienated Quinn Miller after the whole Ghostwriter debacle? Drake, were you a good person? like is all of this is rhetorical. Drake, you're not a good person, bro. Nothing you have done, not nothing, but it's way more to show that you're a piece of shit than a good person. especially when it comes to this music stuff. I don't care who you tuition you pay for on a concert. Like, you are a despicable person by the slew of things that we've seen you do. Like, you tried to hide your kid, first of all, because you was ashamed with the person you had the kid with. Like, come on, Drake. Like, come on, bro. We're not doing this. Like, all of the stuff that you said in your music, bro. Like, bro, you're a piece of shit.
And then when you talk about the Quentin Miller, I know I text you this shit the other day, but I mean, I don't want to necessarily like. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess I could say this because like Quentin Miller had dropped the album this year, right? And I listened to it the other day, and it really kind of pissed me off. I was kind of mad for Quentin in the sense that everything that you would know and feel and hear and understand from Drake as an artist, you hear this shit all through Quentin Miller's music. Like the voice, the cadence, the word selection, the beat selection, like how Drake says certain things on the song. It's almost like it's literally a copy and paste, trace word for word. And it just really makes me mad for him because he'll never be able to get that proper respect and just do because he'll always be looked at as the copy instead of the originator of the sound and the style and shit. And that really makes me mad for him because I know if I was an artist and I was in that predicament to where I can't really get my shit off because I'm so attached to this situation, ain't nobody gonna take my music seriously. Even if I got a hit, ain't nobody gonna take it seriously because they'll think like, oh, you just trying to be like Drake. Nigga, Drake is me. The fuck? What you mean? I am Drake. Drake is me.
Drake, were
So-
you a good person when you stole Big Sean style?
Oh, come on. Yeah, that was the next
Drake,
thing.
were you a good person? What else you did? You did some fucked up shit, bro.
Yeah,
Drake,
man.
were you a good person when
And, oh no, and diss Big Sean at the same time. Bitch
Yeah.
players talking like starters. I hate it. That
Yeah.
was a slick shot at Sean. Like, come on,
and
dog.
he dissed them on the motherfucking funny guy.
Man.
Don't make me break your Kevin Hart boy or something like
What?
that. Like that was all Big Sean disses. He did something else, bro. Drake did something else. Oh, the Triple X stuff.
Oh shit, yeah.
And then shortly after he passed away, or was murdered rather, you go do the Helping Hand Challenge in Florida with your guy playing video while dog whistling Hell's Angels. Drake, were you a good person when you stole Hotline Bling from Drum? Drake, when were you good? Drake, were you good when you were running around parading like you somehow like stole Pharrell's legacy when all you did was just went and bought the stuff from auction? Drake, you were acting like you ran down on Pharrell and upped all the jewelry up off of him. Drake, were you a good person? What other slime? Drake, you did so much slimy shit, bro. What else has he done, bro? I don't want to get hung up here. What other fucked up shit he did? Oh, were you a bad person? Were you a good person when you never let Party Next Door get the shine that he was supposed to get instead of just having him write some of your songs? What happened to McCona? Like, granted, he was trash. You didn't push him like you were supposed to. Drake, were you a good person when you jumped on all of these people's songs and took all of the energy that they was building as far as momentum? Like, okay, people be like, yeah, he helped them. The song was bubbling. Drake gets on, takes all of the energy that was bubbling up, and then the artist has trouble following up. Drake, you never spin the block to make sure that they straight. I haven't seen you give Block Boy JB another chance after you took the energy from his track. The only person I kind of seen you spin the block with is Migos.
And that's because they just became big enough on their own that they didn't need you. So of course it's beneficial at that point for you to work with them because they hot.
Drake, were you a good person when you doubled down and tried to minimize the Weeknd's impact on Take Care after you took the tracks? Were you a good person then, Drake? Drakey, were you a good person when you got exposed for ghostwriting and then tried to make it seem like that's something that we should be able to be doing, completely dishonoring the entire craft of hip hop. Draco, you a good person when you just said fuck the rules of battle rap. I'm gonna dictate my own terms. Draco, you a good person when you fell out with Common over Serena. Draco, you a good person when you continually bashed Rihanna. Draco, you a good person when you continue to sneak this ASAP Rocky on records. What like I'm trying to see when you were good.
Were you a good person where you constantly suppress every new artist to try to come out of Toronto when they didn't give you your props, aka Tory Lanez? You tried to suppress his ass way early on. That to the point where Tory Lanez just went going for the shit, that he was going back and forth with you for years until y'all finally pieced it up. Why you feel as though everybody had to go through you to get a shot out of Toronto? How is that making you a good person? Make it make sense. Because it don't make sense to me. If anything, you would give them an opportunity to, you know what I'm saying? But nah, it's like, nah, it should be me and only me. And that ain't how it worked, bro. You've been around Houston. You'd have been through Atlanta. It's a habitat of people working together.
Yeah.
At all point in time, everybody got a lane, everybody eating, bro. You'd have been through the shit. You'd have been how they work in Florida. You'd have seen it.
Drake, were you a good person when you channeled the voice of a fallen legend in Tupac using AI? Drake, were you a good person when you allegedly settled a when you settled a case out of court and then bragged about it in a song titled Omerta or Diplomatic Immunity, whichever one?
Yeah.
Drake, were you a good person? Drake, you are a horrible human being, cuz you are a horrible human being, bro. Terrible. And then you try to minimize what you did. Like you the type of nigga to like owe somebody some money, and then when they finally run down on you, bro, you still talking about them funk ass $200. Was it funky when you asked for a bit?
Exactly. Like the fuck you mean?
I'm just saying, bro. I thought we were closer than I thought we were found. Like, bro, how you go? You gonna fall out with me over some money, bro? I'm falling out because you owe me and you won't pay me. It ain't got nothing to do with money. It's the fact that I extended a favor to you, and now you're minimizing the favors if it didn't matter. So now you spit in my face.
If you respected me enough, you would do everything in your power to pay me back, just off the strength of you accepting and loving who I am as a person. You don't respect me, dog. So you playing in my face, and I can't rock with that. Like, it's so much shit. He done so much shit, bro. For this nigga had the nerve to say that's the reason why I'm still on stage, because my karma is good. Nigga, you still on stage because you need money. You're still on stage because Universal is still invested in you, and they still need to make a profit off of you somehow. So you're still making music. They're allowing you to release music still in the midst of you suing your own record label for them not allowing you to cheat the system again.
Let me read this from Kwani. Drake, were you a good person when you told Kendrick he sounded like he was freeing the slaves? That's a good question. Let me see if it's some more in shout out to Nayarai Simbi. I'm sorry for messing your name up. Drake, were you a good person when you left your Australian and New Zealand fans without a concert?
Drake, were you a good person when you accused Kendrick Lamar of beating on his wife without no type of proof whatsoever? I'm just like, if we want to go that technical with the shit, even though that was a part of a rap battle, but for him, it's no bets. Anything is game with this lawsuit. So again, if we're gonna go that route with it, again, were you a good person when you accuse this man of beating on his significant other? Come over here. It's
then saying that
his kids ain't his.
Yeah. Let me read this one from Keish. Keish said, Drake, I'm gonna phrase it in the question. Drake, were you a good person when you bought the replica of the BMW in which Pac was killed, Suge's BMW? Were you a good person then when you also got the ring from Pac? What were you trying to say when you did that? Shout out to Kwani. Drake, were you a good person when you were shooting at Meg during the Tory situation? Were you a good person then, Drake? Let me see. Let me see. I'm find a couple more.
He said, what he said? What he said on Hard Part 6? He said, "Hit me back. I promise you'll be a lot safer." Nigga,
Yeah, Drake, were you a good person when you used Halle Berry's picture without her permission? And then when she asked you to remove it, you kept it up. Were you
yeah.
a good person then, Drake? Drake, were you a good person when you stole Soulja Boy whole fucking style? Bar for bar.
I'm telling you, man, when he said that, and
Man.
yeah, man, it made me go back and look at what it was Thank Me Later
Yeah.
so much differently, dog. I'm just like, bro, I never noticed that shit before until Soulja Boy came out and said that shit, and then all the video comparisons with Soulja Boy's actual music versus Drake's. That shit sound damn near the same, dog. Like, this nigga doesn't have an original bone in his body. Like, he's never been original. During the early days, during the mixtape days, like Room for Improvement and all that shit, you was copying Fonte and Lil Brother. That's what you was rapping like. And Joe Budden. Those were your three major people that you rap like. You have no rap identity. Then you went to So Far Gone. You copied everything from Houston. Bun B. Hell, like you did that, and then you went to Thank Me Later. It's Soulja Boy. Then you got to Take Care. It's The Weeknd. Then you get to Nothing Was the Same. It's Party Next Door. You get to If You're Reading This, It's Too Late. It's Quinn Miller. When you get to What a Time to Be Alive, use Future Sidekick.
Still
you get the Views. You're appropriating the whole world on Views. You get the Scorpion. You imitate Bori and Friday and all these niggas is writing for you now on Scorpion. And then on Dark Lane demo tapes, I don't fucking know. It's just a smorgasbord of niggas on that shit. And then you get to what the fuck? Certified Lover Boy. Now you got Yachty writing your shit. You get to Her Loss. You still got Yachty writing your shit. Honestly, never mind. Shit. Anybody is writing that bullshit. Then now we get to For All the Dogs. And Yachty still writing your shit.
Crazy.
So just
and the
like,
crazy thing, Yachty said he was like, For All the Dogs is like Drake best lyrical. I was like, yeah, something isn't right here. Something isn't right here, bro. Like, and come to find out, Yachty was writing the shit and it was trash. It's just like, bro, like, yeah, something is out here. Let me finish some of these super chats. Shout out to D2B2 with the super chat. He said on Patreon we refer to Travis Scott as not so young, ugly Flacco Jody. Well, Flacco Jody. Shout out to okay, we read those, but shout out to KG again. We gonna look into that. I feel like I want to check that out. Shout out to D2B2. Potty Mouth is pro Audrey or pro Aubrey, excuse me. Dyslexia again. I don't think that he's all that intelligent. I want to check it out though. Shout out to D2B2 again. Super chat, big dog, $20. Aubrey, you said that you're a good person. Lie to take the terms. You're a goddamn liar. Shout out to Mill with the 30 for 30. Thank you for always supporting the squad. Have the determination of a crackhead about your dreams. Exactly. Be a crackhead.
Yeah.
About anything you want to get. Nothing is a crackhead ain't letting nothing but death get in the way of their next hit. Be like that about your dreams. Shout out to Shan with the super chat. Labry is the biggest disappointment I never saw coming. I wish he could just go away and seek therapy. Sigh. Roll Tide. DJ.
Roll Tide.
Shout out to Tamila with the super chat. We're with Pinocchio coming at your boy. Where Pinocchio at? Come get your boy. I am tired of this little girl, Labrisha. You suing? Really? Yes, exactly. He's definitely suing. Let's finish this video. And then we're gonna get into some of that other shit because all of this is cultural.
Nice to people, and my karma is straight. That's why I'm still on stage in 2025. Trust me. And I appreciate you always supporting me, always being there for me. I love y'all. I don't have no jokes tonight. I usually tell a joke or some shit, but tonight it's no jokes. It's just love. I appreciate you so much. I'm working on this album for y'all, Iceman. We got a lot to talk about. Trust me. All my dogs that was on the floor tonight, my big dogs doing.
All right, shut up. Shut up. Okay, speaking of the big dogs, let me pull this video up. Not in the video. Let me just pull this screen up. And this is from Talk of the Charts. What did I miss? You missed number one again, buddy. You missed number one again. Sorry, Drake. It's not gonna do it. Per the August 9th projections, we have where is it? Okay, all the way down here, number 18. It looks like it's going to debut at number 18. Which one? He's having trouble. He's having trouble. Oh, Kendrick dropped 3 spots with Luther. Ah, damn. He's falling off, y'all. He's at number 12.
Which is still before your newest single. And this song has been on the charts for how many weeks now?
36. 36. With a peak at number 1. Yep. Damn, Drake. It's looking tough. It looked like Mutt finna come catch you again. It looked like you beat by a yo song. Damn, Drake. Sad case of affairs out here, man. You can't find one because you're not taking the time. You cannot find one because you keep rushing the shit. That's your problem. You keep rushing the shit, bro. Shout out to Tiffany Shante. She said somebody in Absa chat said his karma is straight, but his abs are crooked. Damn, bro. Crazy as fuck. That's crazy as fuck. Let me okay. We'll get back to the MERS. We'll finish that. Okay, so that's slipping. We'll get to the Roaring Mall. We'll get to the Sad Boy. What's the name in a minute? Okay, this is me. Let's get rid of me. Okay. So Read My Soul versus Potty Mouth. How do we find this?
Bro, I guarantee you, bro, if Drake just would have went away, bro, and then came back with this shit, that as far as the Iceman rollout, do all the shit he's doing, granted, it still would have been a crock of shit content-wise, but I feel so it would be more widely accepted, or they would give him more of a chance, I feel, because you gave people a chance to miss you. You went away, bro. That's what you should do.
These niggas look weird.
But no, he just keep forcing the issue because he just can't, his ego can't take the fact that he lost that battle the way that he did. And people really rock with Kendrick the way that they do. Like, he really look at Kendrick like someone that's beneath him. Like, y'all really weren't rocking with this nigga? Like, it could be anybody else, but this nigga that y'all rocking with, I can't accept that. I'm just like, bro, that's just something you got to deal with, bro. You picked this fight and you weren't ready. You weren't prepared. You got your ass beat. That's just what it is, bro.
Okay, so where's the Potty Mouth stuff, y'all? I see their channel. I see that they did a response to Reed a while ago. So like they've been picking at him for a while. They're weird. Yeah, they are weird, bro. I'm just looking at their channel. Pro-American to FBA raps. Wow. They said Kendrick rap like a FB, like a foundational Black American. Diddy's Victory.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I don't like these niggas, bro. Just by they titles.
Like, I heard of them because I watched FD Signifier's video the other day about
Kendrick about manipulator.
No, about ageism in hip hop, about how Clip's album, the Let God Sort Him Out, was a success, but also a detriment to hip hop at the same time. And he mentioned them like a clip in the video, basically because they pro Drake, and it was some clip about them talking about Drake in the video. So that's how I found out about them. And initially, I thought he was on some bullshit, like the whole video, until he actually got to his thesis point, and I understood what he was trying to say. And basically,
what was he trying to say?
it's like the argument that we're having in the NBA. Like once LeBron retires, who's the face of the NBA? Like the NBA is having a hard time really locking down and solidifying who's going to be the next face of the NBA once LeBron retires.
It's because we're not gatekeeping properly. We just let
And
anybody in, so the bullshit is flooding to the top. Like, okay, as far as that point, right?
Yeah.
Because I've seen somebody make that point too. Like the NBA and the hip hop industry has inverse issues. Like the NBA over prioritizes their past greats, so they miss out on highlighting the young guys.
Yeah.
And then the in the music industry highlights the young people, calls it a young person game, so they don't give proper highlight to the OGs.
Yeah.
I get that. I understand that because that's kind of what we be preaching too. But to say that the Clips album is a detriment to hip hop, it's crazy. It's not the Clips' fault that they put out good music.
But what he was saying, at least what I got from it is, it's not a bad thing that the music is good. It's the fact that there's such the talk of the situation right now when he feels as though the next phase of hip hop that's after Drake and Kendrick and stuff like that, hip hop should be a young people's game to where the young people should be pushing the narrative forward at all times in terms of hip hop, what's acceptable, what's big. And then, yeah, you can still have the lane for people like the Clips and older people, but they shouldn't be the forefront of the hip hop conversation. And I get that, but at the same time, if the music is good, whether they old or not, the music is good, and that's what should be highlighted all times.
I'm not going for none of that shit that was said. I'm not going for none of that shit. Like nothing you just said, like makes any like he just put some glitter or some sprinkles on top of a pile of shit.
Okay.
Like that's hate. Like that's what that is. That's hate. Cause like if that was the case, my nigga, you wouldn't be putting up videos hating on this generation's best because you trying to throw love to Lupe. Lupe is a generation and a half behind, but you're taking this moment that Kendrick is having, and it's not just because it's Kendrick. It's like, okay, the person who's being heralded as the top of the pile at this moment in hip hop, you're taking this moment to shit on him in effort to push up Lupe.
Oh, so he don't fuck with Kendrick?
Who, FD Signifier?
Yeah.
Not as much as you would think.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't. So he's more of a Lupe fan than Kendrick.
There is a particular sect.
Oh shit. Okay.
There is a particular sect in whatever this is, in this YouTube room, whatever the fuck. Like in this big ass auditorium of all these YouTube creators, there is a certain sect of niggas who like have been that apparently there's not enough room for Kendrick and Lupe to exist.
Okay.
It's like once it's like it's almost like they looked at the Kendrick versus Drake as like, okay, we understand that Drake is a they looked at Kendrick like the lesser of two evils. Right? So once Kendrick won, and then we're in the Kendrick era, FD Signifier and people like him started to get more and more aggressive at picking at Kendrick. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, now it's like, okay, now we're addressing politics, and now we're talking about all of this shit and all of these things, like all of these minor things that you're attacking, but it's like, okay, but you're replacing him, or you're doing this to replace him with Lupe.
Okay.
Who is an advocate for AI, who's doing all of this other shit that don't have absolutely nothing to do with the betterment of hip hop, but you want to pull Kendrick down because you feel like he isn't a radical enough political force. It's like, and then just all of this other shit, and then it's like, okay, he been stealing from Lupe his whole career, this, that, and the third. It's like, bro, like Lupe didn't even introduce martial arts into hip hop.
Stealing from Lupe, how? I mean, how?
Okay, so these are some of the points that they use.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When I think of Kendrick and Lupe, I don't even put them in the same category. I don't even think of them.
Okay, so let me explain.
Yeah,
Okay, so when Kendrick did the Kung Fu Kenny thing,
yeah.
Lupe has long since said that he feels like Kendrick stole that from him. He also said, or this has been trickled down. I can't remember. I can't source exactly where this came from, but there's even a belief from Lupe or a theory based on a belief from Lupe that the album cover from Untitled Unmastered, the like grainy, is like derivative of Lupe's Food and Liquor 2 album, which is just completely black. Just so much shit. Like Justin Hunt put out a video maybe a decade ago, and the title was Kendrick, How to Steal Like an Artist. And basically he was arguing that Kendrick been stealing from Lupe too. But when you once you get better context, you realize that Justin Hunt is a super Lupe fan. So it's like once Kendrick got in the spot of representing what Lupe represented, and he's getting the love from both commercial and critical acclaim and the fans, it was just like, oh nah, I don't like that shit.
But I mean,
drop a dime on this nigga.
But Kendrick always been Kendrick though. That's my. It ain't like Kendrick just became who he is after this Drake beef. He's always been him. Like,
but
that
the thing
nigga
is now Kendrick's he's in a spot where people, because I don't know if you remember, I posted a status on Facebook in March of last year before the beef actually took off. I think right after like that, I was like, this shit is going. The beef that it is about to, or if it's going to be a battle, it's going to sort out a lot of shit. Like positions are going to actually be taken. Like somebody's going to be first, somebody's going to be second, somebody's going to be third. Certain theories are going to be set in stone. Certain mindsets are going to be adopted. All of this shit. So when Kendrick beat Drake as definitively as he did, that put Kendrick at the pole position in hip hop.
Yeah.
So now it's like, okay, you were going for Kendrick because he represented some of your sentiments. So you liked him, but you didn't like him as much as you were putting on. So once he got into that spot, it's like, nah, bro, like I don't like him that much. And y'all shouldn't either. That's what it turned into. It turned into rooting for him to win the Drake shit. But it goes into the motive of why you wanted him to win against Drake. More so than did you actually fuck with Kendrick enough to want him to win just because you thought Kendrick was better.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So after that, a lot of them have been like kind of picking that Kendrick. FD Signify in particular. Like he put out a video not too long ago, I think last week or the week before last, and it was like on some Lupe was Kendrick before Kendrick type shit. So he has a vendetta. Lil Bill too. He did a video where it was like he was kind of like saying that all of these different people could beat Kendrick in a battle, and this is how they'll do it, and this, that, and third. And I don't have a problem with it, but it's just the places that they be coming from with the shit, and then saying they fans. And it's like you can be a fan because, like I say, I'm a J. Cole. I'm not a super fan anymore, but I am a fan to a certain extent. But their fandom is like wrapped in advocacy for another person. It's almost like their Kendrick fandom is like the entry point to get people to. It's like, hey, I'm talking about Kendrick, y'all, and then everybody turn to them, and it's like, but I'm really talking about how he can't fuck with Lupe. Like that's when you watch this. Yeah.
And see that's weak. You see, I didn't know that because I've only heard of this nigga through you. Like whenever you talked about him before, you know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why, even because when it came up in the algorithm, because I was searching for clip stuff and his video came up in the, recommended next, list or whatever. So you've always spoken highly about him in terms of like how he does his content, the long form content. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll watch it. Let me see what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? And for the whole bulk of the video, I was pissed. Because he was like really, like, to me, it seemed like he was really shitting on the album, bro. And I didn't like that because I'm just like, bro, like, what's wrong with an artist that's 40 plus still making music that's relative to their position or just making good music in general. Like being able to rap doesn't have an age on it. If you have the ability and the skill and you're able to make good content, why can't they do that? Like that's what it seemed like he was like on the majority of the video until he got to his point about, and this is the one thing I did kind of agree with him on, was about basically in the state of current hip hop, not as hip hop as a whole, but current hip hop, there is no new face. Like there is no next Drake. Once Drake is out of the picture and out of the way, once Kendrick is out of the way, once Cole is out of the way, there is no next guard to lead the charge as the face of hip hop and just in music. Like there's no big artist out. It's really not outside of like, Meg, Glorilla, but I mean Travis. But really, if you really just sit down and look at the numbers and who's doing what, there isn't an artist that's comparable to the big three that's coming up next. It's just not.
Tyler just did 200,000 on 2 days' notice. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, DJ?
It's not. I mean, I guess that goes back to that conversation we was having about who's gonna be the next big three. But I don't know, bro.
Doechii is literally running. She's globetrotting right now off a mixtape. What are you talking?
But are they at the point to where they can have the run that Drake had though?
Drake is manufactured, and we've already discussed this.
I know that.
Like Drake is he's a serial outlier. You cannot compare the type of success that he had because his success is riddled in so many not exclusions, but exceptions. First of all, and we can have this conversation. I'm gonna try to make this quick because I don't want what you just said to be the last thing we say, because the interpretation of that is gonna be like, damn, like, okay. So let me just say this. I don't even want to input what I was finna say because I don't want nobody to think what I was gonna say. Because if they're not thinking it, it won't be any room for a problematic interpretation. So let me say this. Okay. So looking at it from the perspective of there is nobody to follow up. Oh, no. To the Drake. First of all, we got to be honest about one thing.
Yeah.
Drake being mixed and being lighter skinned, that first made him passable to communities that a lot of darker skinned artists would not be passable for.
Okay.
Not, music aside, talent aside, the fact that he was passable like that, the fact that he was mixed and had Jewish upbringing and was an actor on a child TV show that was successful, that brought him up in a different situation. The fact that he was pushed by his label from the very first mixtape that he released on a major scale, that's different. The fact that he was getting Kanye sample clearances on a debut mixtape, this is different. The fact that he had huge artists on his debut mixtape going into his debut album, was able to do all of the things he was able to do as far as budgeting is concerned for his first 3 albums. This shit is different. The fact that he was able to be protected enough to steal art from artists, get caught and still sustain a career. This shit is different. This isn't just Drake doing this because Drake is powerful. This is Drake being allowed to do this because he's being pushed by the industry, because he possesses certain characteristics that cross over commercially. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so we can't compare his career because it's clearly not the talent that's getting him there. It's clearly factors outside of that play into the psychology of the viewer. You feel what I'm saying?
I mean, I get that. I understand it.
Wait. Like, that's just one part of it.
Yeah.
That's just one part of it. And then we get to looking, we categorize Drake as a rapper.
Right.
If we go look at Drake's biggest hits, how many of them are actually rap songs?
Or rap melodic sound, whatever category they put there. But yeah, I get your point on that.
If we go look at the songs that hit #1 for Drake,
it's not the rap shit. No.
They're not even in the rap genre.
Yeah.
Like, so we can't use him as, Like when we look at like when Jay-Z was running shit, Jay-Z was rapping. When we look at Kendrick, he was rapping. Nas, he was rapping. DMX, he was rapping. Tupac, rapping. Biggie, rapping. Drake is singing. Can Drake rap? Yes. Does Drake hold up hip-hop? No. So when we try to use him as the flag bearer or as a standard, we create unrealistic metrics for people to try to meet because he got favors and he has certain traits about himself that a lot of that people can't replicate. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how Post Malone was able to drop White Iverson, blow up through hip hop, diss hip hop, separate from hip hop, and continue to blow up on the other side. Drake is doing the same thing, but Drake has the other part of him as well that he's able to sell back to hip hop.
So are you saying that now that Drake is at the point where he is now with the lawsuit and his shit ain't hitting no more, the standards are going to change?
It has the point I'm making is it hasn't been hitting for a long time.
I know, but he still has been the standard though. And now that he's not going to be there,
he's not been the standard. He's been promoted to a position similar to the standard.
Right.
Kendrick has been the standard the entire time.
To people that honor and respect the craft, not to the mainstream audience though.
DJ, hold on. First of all, hold on. Wait. We're not finna do this.
Okay.
How many albums did Damn sell first week?
Bro, we're not doing this, bro.
No. You talking about you said to the masses. I'm asking a question. How many albums did Damn sell first week?
I think like 600 something.
600,000, right?
Yeah, I think like 5 or 6, yeah.
Who, as of 2023, had the highest grossing hip hop tour of all time?
Kendrick Lamar.
You see what I'm saying? So we can't say that Kendrick wasn't at that level or that Kendrick wasn't a standard. Who's the third highest Grammy Award winning male rap artist of all time?
It's Kendrick Lamar.
You see what I'm saying? Like so for you to say that it comes off disingenuous because it's like, oh yeah, ain't nobody really fucking with Kendrick like that. Yes, Kendrick has been the standard in whatever metric you want to do outside of just raw numbers. Kendrick has been putting out the best work. Kendrick has been performing, doing the best stage shows, at least for the last decade. Like after Kanye, it was Kendrick. Kendrick has all of the acclaim. Damn near all of his albums are debatably classics. So when we say that the masses aren't looking at Kendrick like that, we have to look at what we see when we say masses in reference to Drake. Because if his biggest songs that popped the bubble for Drake aren't even hip hop, who are the people that are looking at Drake now? They're not hip hop. They're hip hop adjacent. Kendrick came up and set the standard in hip hop doing hip hop. So when we say that, we have to understand like what lens are we observing Drake through? We're observing Drake through metrics of success that are solely based on commercialism. What's the last objectively good album that you heard from Drake?
And that's the point I'm trying to say, bro. Like everything you're telling me is stuff that I already know and understand because I'm tapped into that side of hip hop. I understand and know all these things. I know who Kendrick is. I've been a fan. I understand everything that you're saying.
But the thing is, you're not giving credit to other people. You're treating it as if it's some niche discussion. It's not. Okay. That's what I'm saying. You're not giving enough credit to the because if Kendrick sold 600 on Damn, that clearly says that he's large enough to be that at that point, and this is almost a decade ago. He has the attention of the masses. You feel what I'm saying?
So that's what I always been technically, well, how people looked at it is 1A and 1B.
Exactly. The whole time. And the thing was, it's like, okay, Kendrick is doing everything as far as the culture is concerned.
Right.
Drake has the commerce side. So that's why I ask you, and I'm gonna ask you again, what's the last objectively good album you heard from Drake?
Nothing was the same.
When that album came out?
2013.
So in reference to every single thing that matters in hip hop, how was he the standard? Outside of numbers.
That's what I'm saying. Like in terms of when you hear hip hop and people talk about music, Drake is on that household level to where everybody at least knows a good majority of his catalog because of all the features and singles and all the stuff that he's done. Whether or not it's good or not, even though to us we understand it, but it's still to a lot of people. Like I'm gonna go back to the Tyler example, right? We fuck with Tyler. His music, his following is outstanding, but we haven't really heard Tyler actually be on the radio until like the last 3 years. But it's his actual career has spent it way longer than that. But now that he's starting to get the mainstream attention for real, getting that push, now he's starting to branch out and do all this other shit. So I may have been mistaken in not including him in that argument in terms of, saying the point that he was trying to make in that, because Tyler is very much on his way to be, that next big thing, especially if he keep going at where he's going. But yeah, he hasn't had any type of really, well, granted, I'm just saying regional, because he may be popping in California as far as shit on the radio. But here in the South, until Sticky came out, I ain't never heard Tyler on the radio. And that's just a big thing for me.
Now I would say that, okay, so let me like, because you're being macro, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're being micro. Let's reopen this back to the macro.
Yeah.
You're speaking as if relevance lives and dies on radio.
No, it's not. I'm just saying it's a difference.
I get that. And that's the argument that I'm having. It's like, I'm not saying you're wrong.
Yeah.
I'm saying that the way that your target, you're precise in your target.
Yeah.
But your target is small.
Yeah.
So we're having a more expansive conversation, because when we say excuse me, because to paint it as if Tyler, you didn't consider Tyler in that metric because Tyler isn't popular on radio, that's still dismissive to everything else Tyler is doing. Tyler's selling 200,000 and 300,000 first week release without radio.
Right.
And that is on top of the fact that Tyler isn't making radio records.
Mm-hmm.
So when you look at it from that perspective, and also it goes back to the part of the Drake conversation I'm having. Who gets you on radio?
Well, that's another thing. Like now that Tyler is getting that, I feel so now that
wait, hold on, wait. The question I'm asking is, who gets you on radio?
Your label pushing things like that.
Yes. DJ, thank you. We on the same street now. So
and now Tyler is getting that because he's starting to get that other push that he's already been building up on. Now I just feel so now it's just being spread out even more, that now he's even starting to get radio push now.
Okay.
That's all I'm trying to say, bro.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If he wasn't making radio records, would he be on the radio?
Bro, no.
Okay, then. So the point I'm making is, like, to counter your point, like that he's finally getting a push. No, he's finally making radio records.
Okay. All right, that's fair.
Because then if you go back, if I'm not mistaken, Earthquake was on the radio. But that was an attempt at him making a radio record, and that record ended up being successful. So he ended up on radio because he was he started making radio records. Drake has been making radio records his entire career, and in order to get on radio, and I had this conversation because long story short, like when with Good Players, before we started off the record, I was working with them for like a split second.
Yeah, I remember.
To 95.7, and they was basically telling us, I'm not Mateo. I'm not talking about that video. I'm not talking about that video no more. Like, I don't care about the we're not even talking about FD Signify no more. This is a bigger conversation. And I'm not hating on FD Signify. If you're new to the channel and you don't know about the respect that I give FD Signify all the fucking time, like, just chill. Like, we're having a conversation about something that he said that I don't agree with, but that don't mean I don't rock with FD Signifier. If you watch this channel, you might not agree with everything we say. That don't mean you don't fuck with us, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you might just not agree with something we say, and that don't mean that everything is over. I just don't agree with a specific angle that he's approaching this whole Kendrick thing. I mean, because if you fuck with Lupe so tough, just advocate for Lupe.
Yes, tell us what he's actually doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you found a way to do that by taking somebody who's having a moment and attempting to tear that person down in their moment to highlight the person that you want to be highlighted. That's the issue that I have. It ain't even about FD as a person. It's the angle that him and Lil Bill and people like them are taking.
Yeah.
I don't have an issue with them. I just don't like that angle, because at that point, now you're just finding shit, and then you're not giving the same level of critique to the other person. You're not being equal in your criticism. That's what I'm talking about. It ain't even an issue with FD Signifier's channel or FD Signifier a person. It's that particular thing. So let me get back so I don't get sidetracked, because the bigger conversation we're having.
Real quick, I wouldn't even watch the video if it wasn't for Skip. Before I watched the video, Skip has always bigged him up. That's always why I even gave it a chance. I didn't even know who he was. But Skip is tapped into a lot of this stuff. And I learned a lot of this stuff through Skip. I'm just being honest. So that's the only reason why I even gave it a shot. So this ain't no hate on that man at all. We just don't agree. Well, we're having a discussion about something that he said.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
But yeah, the conversation that we're having is much larger than the video, because the conversation is about hip hop as it currently stands. We're having a conversation about the state of hip hop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so just like tap in from that perspective. The last 20 minutes has been about the state of hip hop. So the point I was making or attempting to make, because I'll acknowledge that I may not be delivering my point as well as I think I am. So let me just say it in a sentence or 2 sentences or less from the point that we were making before we got sidetracked. Tyler just started to make radio accessible records. So the label is pushing him to radio, because you don't get on the radio without label support. A quote directly from T-Pain: it takes $250,000 to make a radio go. I mean, to make a song go on radio. So with that being said, it takes label investment. So with as big of a proponent as Drake has been his entire career on speaking highly of Lucien Grange by first name only, you cannot sit here on this screen in 1080p and tell me that we are able to look at Drake on a clear and honest metric, because there is a special relationship that he has with UMG, the label, and they have been pushing him strongly, so much so that he hasn't put out a good album in almost 13 years, and he's still being heralded as this person by way of being pushed by Universal. That's the point I'm making. So he's only the standard, or the quote unquote the standard, because of the push commercially, not because of his reception commercially, not because of his acclaim critically, but because of the commercial return on investment. It's nothing else. And that's why he's so upset now, because Kendrick just fucked up the return on investment.
Yeah,
that's it. That's why, like, when I was having the conversation, when I kept saying that Drake was vain and that Drake sued over UMG, I mean, he sued UMG over Not Like Us and Not Meet the Grams, because Not Like Us hurt him commercially.
Yeah.
It made people take a second, look at Drake, and now we're focused on him to make a comeback. And now you have an actual standard that you have to compete with. Now you have to compete with the standard. And for the longest, you could ignore it. You could act in spite of it because you had the push of the label. But now the realization is that Kendrick just set a standard. Gen X is about to be 5 times platinum soon.
Ooh, that's tough.
He's in the midst of a worldwide tour that's going to extend through the rest of the year. We don't know what's coming in 2026. He finna dominate the Grammys again after dominating the Grammys in 2025. He been winning Album of the Year Grammys so long that Drake and J. Cole say the Grammys don't even mean shit. like, come on, bro. He done rap with so many legends.
Right.
Like Kendrick has really been doing this shit the right way, and when you do it the right way, it take time. It take time, and it take you doing it again and again and again and again and a fucking again. You feel what I'm saying? Like if he would have stopped making good albums at To Pimp a Butterfly, Kendrick wouldn't have got what he got because he had to keep proving that he was who he was by merit. Drake doesn't have to prove who he is by merit. Drake damn near a fucking Nepo baby. That's the difference. This is the conversation that I'm trying to have. Like when niggas say that he got a rich baby daddy, that's what the fuck they mean. Bro, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being serious, bro.
I know, bro. I know.
So when you have okay, look at it like this. You done played sports your whole life.
Yes.
Tell me, okay, how can I phrase this and get you to agree with me without me telling you what I'm saying?
But that's a skill. That's the thing, though. I wish I promise to God, I wish I hated everything you were saying. I wish I disagree with everything you saying, bro. I can't say shit because I know everything that you're saying, bro.
But I wanna, cause okay, so I know we weren't necessarily disagreeing. I just wanted you to
look at it in a bigger picture.
Yeah, I wanted you to look at a bigger picture too, but I also didn't want what you were saying to be misunderstood by the people watching, because while your point is valid, it's not, it wasn't respective at the time for the big, like you said, the bigger picture, and there's much more context to be had. So I have to openly disagree with you to offer the context. You know what I'm saying? So the point I'm making is with the sports, it's particularly in Little League, if the daddy is coaching, what are you going to see on the court or the field?
That boy son on that field.
And what are you doing?
Sucking.
but also on top of that, because he may or may not suck, he may be good.
Yeah, he may be good.
What's happening on the court or on the field?
Well, he getting special treatment.
Yes. That's what the fuck I'm talking about, nigga. That's what I'm talking about. That's what the fuck I'm talking about, DJ. That nigga daddy been coaching the team for 15 fucking years. So you know what? He get to play quarterback, even though he probably not the best player on the team. He's not the best passer on the team. He don't have the best IQ in the pocket, but he get to play quarterback because his dad's the fucking coach.
Yeah.
So when he throw a touchdown or they win the game, the son and the daddy get to walk away with a little extra. You know what I'm saying? So also, if the dad is the coach and somebody want an assistant coach job because they understand that it's a good program, and UMG has been a good program for a while as far as success.
Right.
I want to be the wide receiver coach because it seems like the people who come through this program, when they start off in an assistant or a trainer position, eventually they get to become a coach. So I got to get in where I fit in so I can make my bones later on. So Rick Ross. Yeah, I see what's going on over there. Let me go fuck with the young boy.
No, Skill. No.
Let me go share my influence. Let me go share my influence with the young aspiring quarterback that may not be all the way. But if I work with him, if I train him, if I show him some of the stuff that can help him be better in the long run, I get to say that I was a part of it, and I get to enjoy some of those fruits.
What would Future be?
Offensive coordinator. He helped Drake operate in the option of, what do you call it? Is it the run, when it's the run pass? Is that the option?
Your run pass option, or the wildcat is when they're running back the quarterback.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Future taught Drake how to run the wildcat. Because without Future, let's be honest. Without Future, Drake doesn't fully cross over to the quote unquote streets. The urban market doesn't get Drake in the way we know him without Future.
Yep.
And where was Future at the time? Future was starting to bubble, and the one thing that Future needed to solidify himself going forward, he needed the mainstream attention.
And
he needed the mainstream attention. So what did Drake allow him to do on that project? He let him run quarterback.
yeah.
Go back and listen.
Oh, I know.
Time
I
to Be
know.
Alive.
That was a Future album.
That is a Future album featuring Drake.
Yep.
Drake had to let him run quarterback so he could understand when to do this, when to do that, how to do this, how to do that, and then be ingratiated. Because if you go back and listen to that album like attentively, Drake don't even sound comfortable on that album. He doesn't sound comfortable yet. But you fast forward 10 more years, not even 10 more years. You fast forward 4 more years, you get to like Mob Ties and shit. He almost sound like he mean that shit.
Yeah.
He almost sound like he mean that shit. And
he didn't lie to himself enough to where he actually think he believe this shit.
So now he got Johnny Manziel confidence.
Oh, that's a great comparison.
But he got that's a gross misunderstanding.
College Johnny Manziel, not NFL. But yeah,
but he got pro. No, that's still not. He's bro. Let's be honest, bro. Drake has been average as fuck for like 12 years, 10 years. Post views, he was average as fuck.
Yeah, that's when they
like average as fuck, like dead serious. Like Drake ain't even put out a good project, like good in a long time.
The last good project, I'd probably say nothing was the same, but the last decent one was views, and everything after that just went fucking downhill from there.
Exactly. So if your daddy the coach, and he can guarantee that the team is going to continue winning because now you've become marketable. And that's the thing. And that's why I say that Drake has the skin to win, the complexion for the ultimate protection, as they say in boxing. He has the complexion for the ultimate protection.
What the fuck you heard that at? No, wait. Okay, I'm not gonna scare. What you heard that at?
Shout out to the boxing channel Aki TV.
Yeah,
he said it all the time. The complexion for the ultimate protection.
That's crazy.
The thing is, let's take a direct contrast. Look at some of the darker complected hip hop artists that came out in the blog era.
Wale.
None of them are successful like that. Wale, Big Crit, Big Sean, Meek Mill, none of them. But then you look at some of the bigger artists in hip hop, they're lighter complected for the most part. J. Cole, Drake, Doja Cat, Post Malone for a while, Jack Harlow. These niggas is doing 200,000+ a drop with subpar music. It's because there's a bigger audience base that sees themselves in these people.
Yeah, we talked about that before. We did.
So look at this. Okay. And I had this realization yesterday. I had always wondered why people said that J. Cole was so relatable. And my whole thing was, I was like, him and Kendrick talking about kind of sort of the same shit, but Kendrick does it way better, in my opinion. But it's the perspective that J. Cole speaks from. He speaks suburban. He speaks Americana. That's why he's so relatable. J. Cole speaks to the everyday non-black kid that went to college, that just had a dream to get to college. They resonate with the music that he makes. And that's not a slight on J. Cole. So don't get me wrong about that.
I mean, but we've always had a discussion that he's been stuck in that mind frame of making music up for the college kid. That's been a narrative about J. Cole for the long, so that's not new. Like, that is definitely a thing that people see, hear, and understand that, yeah, he still makes that music, Dollar in the Dream, like from that perspective. Like, he ain't made the shit already. But go ahead.
So when you look at it from that perspective, and then they see that J. Cole represents a lifestyle that is more accessible, and like to them, they look at Dot, and that's why people like Anthony Fantano, once they really start to realize who Kendrick is for real, that's when they start to not fuck with him. Because it's like, oh, whoa. Kendrick fuck with people like Playboi Carti? Do you know where Kendrick is from? Do you know? Do you have any idea what the type of people Kendrick grew up with? Are you like, and that's why I'd be like, I get so upset when I'm talking to people about music and it's just clear that they're not listening, bro. One of my not, I won't even call him a homeboy. One of the dudes that I grew up with, we ended up going to separate high schools, but we was cool in middle school, and then like we like associated loosely, like post college and shit like that. And he went to HBCU and all of this shit. Smart dude, good, you know, good job, good guy by like observable metrics. And To Pimp a Butterfly came out of like 2015. So we like we were in our graduation cycle like 2012, 2013. I graduated in 2015 because I went to the military and all this other shit. But I saw him. I hadn't seen him in a minute. I walked up to him. We was at a party or something. And it was like a lounge. It wasn't like a club. So don't think I'm walking up talking about Kendrick in the middle of the club. We was like in a lounge, like where we could speak and not yell. And this was 2015. So To Pimp a Butterfly had just came out. So this was the summer of 2015. And I was like, bro, what you thought about because he got like a he had a nonprofit at the time that was doing really well. Like they were doing like outreach with kids and shit. So from my perspective, I'm thinking by his actions that this music would resonate with him, especially given where we came from, at least where I perceived where we came from. He didn't understand it at all. And I was like, damn, like, how? Like, given what you do, like, how did none of, given who, like, what I perceive your parents at, like, how did none of this resonate with you? And what I realized is that a lot of people don't actually listen to the music. Like they hear it, and if it sounds good to them, they'll listen, or they'll let it play. Because a lot of people just want some shit that they can like unconsciously play in the background to like feel
background music.
So going forward with the J. Cole shit, it's just like, yeah, like y'all aren't really even listening to J. Cole for real. Because if you did, more of his story would not resonate with you. You fuck with the motif. Because the nigga will tell you that J. Cole is so relatable, so this, that, and the third, he's so fight. Like, but they're not able to like discuss his music in detail. And that goes unto Drake as well. So when you look at somebody who's the standard, it's because his music is so dumbed down and overly saturated with nothing that it doesn't require much of the person. So anybody can just let it play and not be alarmed by it. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, it's easy to put that in different places. Like, because it's not disturbing anything. Hip hop is built on disturbance. Hip hop is built on chaos. And understand, like this album, 36 Chambers, it sounds like chaos. This album, even though he's a piece of shit, this album, like the concept of it, is beautiful chaos. What he's discussing, and then it goes into Yeezus. It's chaos. If you listen to the intro to Illmatic, chaos. Good Kid, Mad City, the story is chaos. This album, the story is chaos. Like Drake is passive. He's passing physically. His music is passable. So it's passive listening to the people who engage, and that's why it's able to be played so much, because it's not stopping the party. It's not causing you to even recollect what he's saying. That's why a lot of Drake fans don't know what the fuck he talking about. And the main reason a lot of niggas say that they listen to him is like, yeah, because the hoes want to listen to Drake. And it's a quote. You feel what I'm saying? So when you look at it like that, it's like, damn, like, do niggas even really like Drake? So now, post-battle, Drake has to produce something that people like, because the casuals are looking at it, observing, like, okay, what you gonna do, Drake? And it's not hidden right now.
Because
So,
people are actually listening to what the fuck you're saying now.
exactly.
And I think that's kind of like for me, I think I just subconsciously do this because, and the reason why I've always looked at as Drake technically the standard, exactly what you're saying, as far as like his push, his music is so easily like replayable because he ain't saying shit. But when I listen to music, when I intake music, I'm listening to what the fuck they saying. So whenever I have this debate with people, honestly, I really don't even engage. Like I really do kind of separate like the mainstream people or people that really take the time to listen and dissect and break down music to the point where I think I subconsciously put everything as like in a niche category. So that's why I kind of look at it like, yeah, Drake technically is the standard because he's the most passable as far as like listening experience to where they push him the hardest versus, you know, somebody like Kendrick whose music has always been better. I've always known that. I've always respected that. So I don't know. I didn't put together like my thoughts on the music with the commercial success with it to where like, yeah, he really was 1A, 1B the entire time. Like, I just kind of just separate that in my mind. That's why it's kind of hard. Well, it ain't hard. Hey, I'm not debate or disputing anything that you saying because I already know this shit and I agree with a lot of it.
Yeah.
And but like I said, when I look at it with that perspective, I guess it kind of made it easier for me to try to understand what FD was saying with that point as far as who is the next face or leading the charge and things like that, because it really isn't another artist like Drake that they could push or do things like that, like they did for him. There is no other artist like that. And that's how I was looking at it because Kendrick is not Drake. J. Cole is not Drake. None of the artists that really matter, especially to me personally, they're not him and they're not going to push him the way that they did Drake.
I got a question.
Yeah. What?
Loaded Look said, the beloved Loaded Look said, would you kill the world to save your child? Nah, I ain't think that was wise.
What he said? I don't remember that. What he
He
said?
said it in the Calico battle.
I don't remember that.
Okay, let me give context to it. You said that you don't think there is a Drake in the wake. I mean, in like on the, you don't think it's a Drake on the bench waiting to play.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything I just said is why there isn't another Drake.
Right.
Look at
Exactly.
all of what went into making Drake. Drake. First of all, they hit the lottery with finding a way to make Drake palatable. First of all,
Right.
Night Night, Lily. Okay, so they make him palatable. Drake then starts to pillage from all of these different genres and artists. Like you're not gonna find another artist that's going to be able to steal like that.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to push another artist that is going to be able to break so many different rules after Drake. That's why Drake has to stay in his spot so long, because you won't be able to get away with the shit again. At least in this in the next 15 to 20 years. You won't be able to do it again because the memory is so fresh.
Yeah.
That's why if Post Malone tried to come back, he wouldn't get accepted. He got what he needed and he got the fuck on. That's why Jack Harlow didn't take off. Not like the way that they thought he would, because they were saying that he was gonna be the next Drake.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
He tried. He tried, but it did work.
You really realize that this shit is vanilla and it's not saying much, especially when you don't have all of the people that you're able to allow to look at Drake like a ship, right? Drake goes to different ports, no pun intended with the Port Antonio, but he gets to go to a bunch of different ports, take valuables from each city and put it on the boat, right? The more he travels, the more he's able to pull off of these ports and put onto his boat. All of this is illegal, but the reason it's allowed is because he gives a little bit of money to some of these bigger entities, so they let it ride as long as it's profitable.
Right.
And now you can see that the fans are the ones who make it profitable. So if you dropping songs and they not going number 2, number 3, number 5, number 7, they going number 18. A bunch of the songs that he dropped last year post beef didn't even break the top 50.
50, yeah. They didn't chart. Well, yeah, they charted. They were charted really low. Yeah, you're right.
So I say that to say now the awareness is shifted. So now we're looking at him to actually do something. Like
Right.
even with the Marvel shit, like people are like, bruh, Marvel movies always been this quality. Fucking exactly. They always been kind of mid. But now that we're paying attention, what we look at Marvel doing? Fucking scrambling, going to grab Robert Downey Jr., fucking scrambling, telling you, oh, we're gonna put out a couple more mid movies in the next 2 years, but just wait to Doomsday, just wait to Secret Wars. We're gonna put out a bunch of bullshit in the meantime, but just wait. So what they're doing is Marvel is still in the position where they're able to like sell us the end of the road still. The end of the road for Drake was a while ago. We already see like okay, Drake. So now you have to amaze niggas.
No, that's a fact.
So Kendrick already did what he been doing because he been doing it the whole time, and now he's indoctrinated a class of casuals. Like I was saying earlier in the stream, like he got women now. He's had women, but now he has more women. He's brought in the female gaze on top of people really taking to this new version, this new iteration of Kendrick.
I meant to say that earlier. That was like, I saw somebody post on Facebook. They was like, the main reason why Kendrick's successful because he took all Drake female fans. And I was just like, I just laughed at that shit. But it's I don't know.
I wouldn't say he took Drake's female fans. I just think because when you look at, and we've been to these concerts and we understand like the type of viewership we have, and a lot of these women have avatars and stuff like that, and you can see they're not necessarily the type of woman that's gonna go for some Drake shit.
Right.
These aren't the type of women that like get propagated like saying that they like Drake. These aren't the same women. These like, and not to say that either one of them is better. It's just like it's a clear difference. Just like when I said when I went to the Rhapsody show, you could see that was an underground hip hop type of crowd. You feel what I'm saying? Like the people were a little older, a little more mature, a little bit more definitely hip hop about them than the average, music listener. It's a difference. Just like if you go to an NBA Youngboy concert, you're gonna see the difference in the demographic of the people that consume that type of music. At the top, there's going to be overlap. So there will be some people who like Drake and like Kendrick, and after that battle, it's like, maybe I don't fuck with Drake as much as I used to. I already liked Kendrick, so I'm gonna keep fucking with him. On top of the fact that GNX was a fucking slap,
it's a classic.
And then like he's getting into the 90s-ness of it all, and then the women like, okay, now he on his glow up, and he's he got that monkey off his back. He looked different. He's projecting different. You feel what I'm saying? So now Drake has to recreate himself in a way that regains the trust, because Drake has been walking for so long in his career off brand recognition. Somebody said earlier, McDonald's. Yes, we made that correlation a year ago.
Yeah.
Drake is McDonald's.
Yes.
Like, and people like, what is McDonald's primary industry?
Fast food.
Fast food, but no, it's real estate.
Oh yeah, because it's a McDonald's damn near in every neighborhood.
Yes.
Their
primary market is real estate. They don't even sell real food for real.
They're all over the world.
They just want an excuse to be in your neighborhood. And then as soon as McDonald's come, what start happening? Burger King closed down. Wendy's move. Chick-fil-A ain't even coming depending on the neighborhood.
Taco Bell may stay.
The only two, I was just gonna say that the only two people left is Taco Bell and McDonald's, because they both sell bullshit so they can sell it cheap.
Yeah.
You feel me? So like, to bring this all around and so we can move forward, the industry has been pushing Drake.
Right.
Because Drake is the most malleable substance that they can put out and be consumed mass because it doesn't take much to produce it.
Damn.
When you're not gonna go to Golden Corral and get Wagyu steak
Hell no. Hell no.
because Wagyu is a high priced cut, right?
Right.
If anything, you're gonna go to Golden Corral and get Salisbury steak. You'll be lucky to get some cube steak or some shit like that. You probably gonna get Salisbury steak or like beef stroganoff, like that type of meat, because it's easy to produce on a mass scale. So now people are looking at McDonald's as like, hey, I'm expecting 5 guys out of you, buddy. And he like, what did I miss? Like, really, what happened? When did y'all start expecting so much out of me?
Yes. Oh, that's it. That's
when did y'all start holding me to such a standard? I thought I was able to do whatever the fuck I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Like, that's the sentiment of the song. What the fuck did I miss? When did y'all start looking at me like this? When did y'all start really, like, I thought I was just able to make my money, talk my shit, do all this dirt. Like, since when did y'all start caring about the shit I was doing?
Yeah.
Now y'all want to audit me? Because that's what it is. Drake is getting a social audit. Oh, y'all niggas want to look and do deeper research into who I am for real? Since when? I thought as long as I gave y'all the slaps, as long as I sold the good cheap dope in your neighborhood, you wouldn't worry about how many people I was killing. I didn't know that was a problem. I didn't know. So since when is that an issue? As long as I bring y'all turkeys every Thanksgiving, and as long as I get kids back to school coats, I should be able to pump dope as long as I want to. But now, y'all want to call the police on a brother.
Now y'all
something good.
Now y'all want me to actually rap about some real shit.
Exactly.
I can't do that.
Exactly. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna burn the trap down. I'm gonna burn the whole trap down. And what y'all don't realize is I put an insurance policy on the building that the trap in. So if they don't catch me burning the trap down, they can't find malicious intent, i.e., if they can't find me at fault in a lawsuit, I get away with the insurance money. Drake, this whole lawsuit is Drake's bailout plan. If he win like he want to win, he bet money he stopped rapping.
I mean, I already said that. I called that shit a year ago. I said if he win this lawsuit, you will never hear from this nigga again.
What's shawty name that just hit Shannon Sharp for the 20 million, 20 plus
I don't
million?
know her name, but I know she ain't got to work no more.
We're gonna call her Suzanne.
Yeah.
We're gonna call her Suzanne Legalton. Suzanne Legalton just hit bro for 20 million. She ain't working no more. Dropped a post and said, I quit OnlyFans. I'm done. I ain't selling no more poom poom. Miss selling no more poom poom. OnlyFans Suzanne. You feel me? Like, she put them $25,000 ass cheeks back in her granny panties and is going about her business. She finna live a fantastic life because she hit Shannon Sharp dumbass for all of the money that she needed to sustain her life for the next 8 years before she end up on cocaine. But that was unnecessary. That was unnecessary, and that was alleged. That was just sorry. But yeah, so back to Drake with it. This is his escape plan. Because the shit that people are asking for now, he's not able to produce, and he hasn't produced for a long time without the assistance of other people. Yeah. And now, since he don't trust niggas, since he can't trust niggas, because what keep happening when he trusts niggas? Reference tracks getting leaked. We finding out the nigga got writers. We're gonna talk about another underground rapper, another heralded rapper in a second who got a fucking ghostwriter. I'm a Virgo, but yeah, so it's like now all of these great expectations are on his shoulders. He doesn't know how to function.
Yeah. He crashing out.
Exactly. And that's why the MAGA shit is important. I won't go into that in depth tonight, because if so, we ain't gonna never get off the stream. But that's why the MAGA shit is important.